Hey guys, just checked with Matt and those guys downstairs. Wan'Dale will probably be the last one for today. We have a couple, I think, lined up for tomorrow as well after practice. So we'll have Wan'Dale and then Coach Frost after that, probably his usual time. Okay? Okay, you can camera up. Okay. We have Wan'Dale here as well now. I'll start with Sam McEwen.
Hey, Wan'Dale, what do you feel like is the key to getting a better downfield passing game at this point for you guys? How do you generate more big plays down the field?
That comes with practice. Part of that in practice, we weren't really executing the way we should have on passes down the field, and now we know exactly what we have to do. Everybody has to be running full speed to get the chemistry going with the quarterbacks to have confidence throwing the ball down the field.
Why weren't you guys running your routes in full speed last week in practice?
I mean, it wasn't that we weren't. It was just there was some instances that there were drop balls. Some things just weren't working out the way that they should have, and just not practicing the way that everybody should have. That was just kind of an all-around effort. So it wasn't just us running routes. It was just a little bit of everything. So.
Sean Callahan. Sean, you're up.
Yeah, Wan'Dale, just on a short week, what is the mindset? How do you guys flush that loss against Illinois and get back to work right away, knowing you got a pretty good team in Iowa coming up here on Friday?
We know that's not how we should have played last week. So we just came in knowing we have something to prove coming into this week. We gotta practice the way we should. Everybody has to execute the way we should be. At keeping everybody accountable with every little thing in practice now, all the details. So we just have to do everything right. So now we just have to forget about Illinois and get on to Iowa.
Parker Gabriel.
Hey, Wan'Dale, what do you tell, whether it's Luke or Adrian, just in terms of, your role in helping them, play confident and play fast? And what do you think the key is to sort of unlocking that going forward this season?
I think it's them just being confident with everybody out there on the field. I know with me and them, I've just always tried to tell them, like, hey, I'm always there for a layoff, especially at running back. Just know you have me there. And I try to do whatever I can at receiver to make sure that they're good and everybody else is good. But I think that they'll be confident going into game weeks as long as they have the execution right in practice.
Andrew Ward.
Hey, Wan'Dale, a couple questions for you. One serious, not so serious. The serious one, just how frustrated have you been trying to, get yardage this season? It seems like it's been kind of a struggle for you. You've been really a key focus for opposing teams' defenses. And then two, favorite Thanksgiving food?
Well, with the one, it's definitely been a little tough, but we just have to overcome it and we just have to get in some plays that'll get us some yards. But at the end of the day, I knew that teams were gonna be out there game planning for me and things like that. But favorite Thanksgiving food, I'd just go with either the turkey or the ham. I mean, either one. You can't go wrong with either one of those. So, yeah.
Brian Christopherson.
Hey, Wan'Dale, where do you sense this team's head is at right now? I mean, it's such a difficult season to begin with the COVID deal and then a tough loss Saturday. And I know some guys expressed some emotions on Twitter even at the game. I mean, where do you think guys are at, and what do you try to do as a leader to keep guys fully engaged and motivated?
This season's not over. We still have three regular season games left, and if we can win out these, who knows what may happen. So it's just trying to keep everybody together and know that we can still do this and we can flip this page. This can be a really big stepping stone for next year, just getting us going and everything that we can accomplish next year too. So,
Thank you.
Steve Stipple.
Hi, Wan'Dale. You always hear coaches say, trust the process, trust the system. As it applies to your offense, given the amount of struggles, is that tested? Is your trust tested right now at all?
I mean, there's definitely times after games you'll think and you have those type of emotions, but until you really sit down and talk and watch and do all those things, you don't know exactly what the situation is or anything like that. So once you can really sit down and talk with your coaches and watch the film, you understand why a lot of things could have happened. Maybe it was just one just missed assignment that made something go wrong. So you never want to just completely distrust our coaches or anything like that. So that's why I like to just talk to them and figure out where their heads are at and things like that. So,
thank you. Is there anything in particular that you noticed on the video of the Illinois game that was awry or that was wrong?
Nothing particular. I mean, we can get better in all aspects, whether that be receivers, O-line, quarterbacks, running backs. It's about everybody. The effort level obviously wasn't probably what we needed it to be, or what our coaches want, or what any of us want. So that's on us right there too. So.
Okay, thank you.
Mitch Sherman?
Hey, Wan'Dale, following up on that and your comment about having something to prove this week, what do you think is the key to getting to that place every week, so that's not ever an issue with you guys in practice coming into a game? You know, where Coach said last week that he thought some guys were content with having got a win. What's the key to taking that next step and getting past that mentality?
Just continue to push forward. Even after a win, you have to know that you have to come to work each and every day to go prepare to beat the next team. And I think now everybody sees what can happen after a win, and you just come to practice being lackadaisical. So now, especially today, it was really, really laser focused. There weren't very many mistakes at all. And so now everybody knows exactly what we have to do for us to go out and play good on Friday.
Jacob Bertecki?
Wan'Dale, Coach Lubick and Frost have said they've wanted to get you more involved in the offense, and you had a really good game against Illinois last year. Are you satisfied with the level of involvement you've had in the offense this season?
I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, a lot of the defenses, they're taking away a lot of the things that I did last year and a lot of the things that they're wanting to do. So at the end of the day, it's on everybody to really do their part, and hopefully that works out for me. But at the end of the day, I just want to win, and whatever I have to do to help us win, that's what we got to do.
Thanks.
Evan Bland?
Hey, Wan'Dale. Obviously, preseason, it didn't look like you were maybe going to play a role as a running back this year. What's that been like the last couple of weeks? I mean, is it kind of a week-by-week thing when you learn, if you'll be taking carries? And are you surprised that you're still, doing that here in your second year here?
I'm not surprised. I knew that I would always at least take carries in some form. But knowing that Diedrich had went down and Ronald had went down too this past week, so I knew that I would have to take a little bit more of the carries coming into this week. Well, at least play a little bit more running back. But every week, that's just I just go over with Coach Held and go over all the run stuff and make sure that I'm good and all the pass protections. But it's really nothing like every day that I'm working exactly on running back. So
We'll finish this session with Steve Sipple.
Hey, Wan'Dale, since you brought up pass protection, what in your opinion is the key to good pass protection from the running back spot?
Well, one, knowing exactly who your guys are, especially in our offense, with the points and things like that, you have to know who you have on certain blitzers. Well, for me personally, I just cut. So I tell them whenever I'm in the backfield, I'm going to cut. So that's me.
That's good. And you mentioned that defenses are taking stuff away. Is there anything in particular that they've really locked in on with taking away from you in your game?
Just letting me get the edge on certain plays. Really any kind of screens, those are gone. So, but I mean, you just have to do a good way of trying to find different ways. So,
are you holding up okay physically?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, physically I've been fine, and just getting treatment and things like that. So, always.
Thank you.
That'll conclude our session with Wan'Dale. We'll have Coach Frost here in a little bit. Obviously, we'll probably have a little break between now and then, but we'll come back shortly.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.